picture. Oh, good morning.
Hi, Hector. Thanks for taking the time to join this call. Yeah, it's see. I mean, I'm Puga Shankara. We haven't met before. I started this company and created this product and all that, right? So we make a lot of assumptions and based on our past experience we create the product. So it's like the way I see it is we build the cars, but you guys are the ones that are racing and winning the race, right? So it's always exciting for us to hear from the end users that are using LoadProof on a daily basis, day in day out. So if you could please introduce yourself and share your experience with LoadProof, right? What was there before, and what were some of the problems and the challenges that you folks are having, and how LoadProof has made things better, right? We can start there.
Hector Pulido. I'm the ops manager here, and this is
Ernie Espinoza, general supervisor here.
Great, nice to meet you.
and what,
Nice
what
to meet
we're
you,
having, same here, man. And what we're having trouble with before is we get complaints from our customers
Yep.
saying, hey, the freight fell over, the freight's missing with freight paperwork or damaged. So we've it's helped. I won't tell you that it's eliminated this 100%.
Okay.
We don't document every single box that goes into a trailer.
Yep.
I mean, that would be probably too much to have a person just recording every load, every box. We ship out thousands of loads a year, and but it's been some help, yeah, but it hasn't reduced everything 100% because again we can't possibly document everything.
Got it. So how was it before, right? And who are these customers that you folks are shipping to?
This is from all customers, ranging from Walmart to smaller mom and pop shops that come back to us with complaints. Again with possibly damaged product or missing, or even mixed product that sometimes might get lost in transit. That's beyond our control, really.
Yep.
And we just get fines, and we actually still get them a lot for different things, but again, it'd be almost impossible, I think, to document
Every single thing. Yeah.
every single load, hundreds of thousands of bucks, probably millions annually.
Yeah. How many trucks you guys ship per day, per day and per week?
On the average, I mean, what do you think per day?
Like 40.
40 per day, right?
Probably 40, yeah, probably on an average throughout the whole year, probably around there.
Okay, so 40 times, and you guys write what, 3 shift operation, 24/7, is that what it is? No weekends. Weekends also you guys ship?
We have 2 shifts, and we do work some weekends.
Okay, got it. So it's Monday to Friday, 2 shifts, shipping 40 trucks per day, right? Okay, got it. So, how was the experience before LoadProof, right? What were the challenges? What were the problems? And now, I mean, I understand it's not completely eliminated 100%, but it's definitely reduced, right? What is how is the experience so far? How is that helping you guys, right?
Well, we just go back to the customers with the pictures, and hey, here's what the freight looked like when it left. And you guys are providing pictures that look completely different, so it must have been in transit. Obviously, it wasn't us.
Okay. And these carriers, do you guys pay for these carriers, or is the customer paying, for these carriers?
But we have both services, collect and prepaid. So yeah, we use both.
Okay. Do you see any type of a difference versus you pay versus the customers paying for the carrier in terms of when you show photos?
Yeah, there are some carriers that we see more problems with, but some of these are again the customer's choice for the preference of carriers.
Correct.
And unfortunately, we can't control some of that sometimes. But yeah, there are some carriers that are a little more prone to problems that we see with losing paperwork, or they're saying, hey, you guys shipped out 10 pallets, but there's only nine in transit, stuff like that.
Yeah. So when that happens, you're able to pull the photos and show them, hey, no, 10 left out facility. Here is the photo of all that.
If we have them, yes, but again, we don't photograph or document every single load.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe something that we need to work on internally. We only have specific customers that actually require us to have pictures, so we focus on those. But
got it.
Maybe we should work on it. Maybe trying to document every single load. I don't know, maybe something that we can look at internally. But
Correct.
yeah, we don't document everything.
Got it. So Omar, you want to ask your questions that you have? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd like to find out like how's your experience been so far using LoadProof? Has the interface been easy? Has it been simple to use? Has it been easy to teach your fellow colleagues as well to use?
Yeah, all of
That
the
been
above.
like
Everything's been easy.
right.
You know, instructions are super easy. We're able to teach night shift and, you know, vice versa.
Okay, that's great.
See,
And yeah, go
see,
ahead, Puka.
we
Go ahead.
we always look for feedback in terms of what we can do better, right? See, there is always what is it? They say the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement, right? So what is that we can do better, right? What is that that we can do better and make your life even better, with LoadProof?
When they document multiple loads at the same time, they have to park them, right? They park them.
Yeah.
Is that where they kind of get stuck sometimes?
Yes.
I know that there's a feature, right, when you park loads.
Correct.
If you're doing multiple loads simultaneously.
Correct.
How many can you park at simultaneously? That
Depending on the plan you guys have, you can at least park 10 loads simultaneously. And if you upgrade your plan, you can go more than 10. I think you can go up to 20. Yeah. How many you guys are using now, and how many would be very helpful?
that 10's probably enough. I mean, we have multiple tablets, and I've heard that's the one constraint that I've heard sometimes. If one person is in charge of one desk and they have, say, 6 loads they're doing simultaneously.
Correct.
It's kind of a little bit confusing for them going back and forth between the loads. I mean, I know it's a feature that's on there. It's not too difficult to handle, but
Correct.
That's one of the gripes that I've heard that people have.
Great. See, that's what we want to know, right? We can do 2 things, right? We can, obviously, there is people constantly coming in and leaving, right? We know how, warehouses are. Sometimes they're literally revolving door. People come and go. That's where we can provide extra training, right? That's where Omar is there, and he can, spend 30 minutes with them, and he can show all the new things that we have. And even, right, if you folks come back and tell us, hey, maybe, 10 is not enough, for a, operation. Looks like you guys, how big is your facility? Is it like 1 million square feet plus?
Yeah, 1.2 million.
1.2 million. Okay, so for a large facility like you guys, hey, you know what? 10 is not enough. We need more, right? So those are the things that we want to hear, and we can enhance simple things sometimes, right? Simple things that can be done in the software that'll make a big difference for you guys, right? So if we talk like this, we can learn those things, and we can do simple things. I mean, it might not cost a lot of money for us, and we can implement it for you guys, right? So that's good. Thanks for the feedback. So that's good to know that park load might be a constraint, and there might be an opportunity there, right? So we can definitely look at that.
I think we have enough with 10. It's just that I don't afford to just physically be going back and forth the load. That's what it's kind of a.
So that's a good point. So there is also something called related loads, right? So what you can do is you don't have to necessarily park. You can just keep on uploading, and then you can, let Jose is working on 6 loads, and you can just upload, and then he can go and do a second upload, third upload too, and still you can use the related loads and see all of them together, right? So
what's that called?
It's called the related loads.
Related loads?
Correct. That's what Omar can help set you guys up, right? So spend some time with Omar, right? And I know who is it? I know there was Spencer, but Spencer is in Dallas Fort Worth, right? Not in San Bernardino.
Is that feature something that we already have?
Yes, of course. You guys already have. Yeah, that's available in the basic package. So that will make it easy for you don't have to have so many loads parked in the tablet. You can, keep pushing to the cloud, and then using that related loads, you can always see them together, right? You can see, even if you did 3 sets of photographs for the same load, you can see them together using the related loads. Right? So yeah, we'll talk about that. I think Omar, right? You should schedule a follow-up session.
I'll get in
show
touch
them.
With them.
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah,
sure.
Go ahead with your next question. Yeah.
So for Hector, how has your experience been working with the LoadProof team? hopefully, we've been of service and we've been up to par.
Yeah, and everything that we've requested, we have rapid response, and it's been pretty smooth, pretty easy.
Happy to hear that. Yeah. And anything else regarding LoadProof? Any features you would like to see come up in the future? Anything we could add?
The Wi-Fi is really fast, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's No, I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use.
Right.
Just, I guess it's more internal constraints that we have here as far as documenting every single load.
Right.
The features on it, and I mean, we'll look into this other feature, but yeah, they seem pretty easy to use.
Great.
To understand.
So
Great.
Hector, you are the operations manager. That means you run the manager for the whole facility, or only for outbound shipping?
For the whole thing, yeah.
Okay, and what is Ernie's role? I just want to understand, what part of, what aspects that Ernie, comes into. So I want to hear his feedback, on LoadProof as well.
Oh, yeah, just everything that Hector said, it's very easy to use.
Yeah.
I only used it a few times before I got transferred into the office, but the feedback I get from my employees out on the floor, super easy.
Okay.
And just like Hector said, some of the feedback that I get is mostly because of our restrictions, with the Wi-Fi antenna and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, everything is super easy to use.
So Ernie, you run the outbound shipping team, is it? Or you used to run the outbound shipping team before going into office?
Yeah, I would run a desk.
Okay.
So I would be in charge to make sure all the loads go out.
Got it.
Right.
And you had 5 or 10. I mean, you guys, 1.2 million square feet is a large facility. So you guys had at least 20, 30 dock doors you guys have outbound?
No, we have dedicated close to 75.
Okay.
But when we peak, we actually use our inbound as outbound too. So we would add another 50, 60 doors.
Got it. So at least one loader per door, right? So those guys are loading, and you guys are documenting photos, right? Is that a correct statement, Ernie?
Yeah.
Okay. And who is taking the photos? Is the loaders taking the photos, or is the supervisor taking the photos?
We have we've been training our labelers to take the photos.
Labelers, okay.
Yeah, our supervisors, they're in charge of giving out work, taking care of paperwork, so they can't be going back and forth taking pictures.
Got it. So this is in the staging area then, right? Staging area is when the pallets are built, they're stretch wrapped, and then the labelers are applying the labels, and that's when you folks are taking the photos.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Inside the truck.
Oh, inside the truck. So that's at the time of loading then?
Yes, we'll take pictures as we start loading the truck.
Yep.
In the middle.
Yep.
And then at the end.
And then also closing the door, applying seal or anything like that if it's an FTL, right?
Yeah, if on some of them, if it's required, yeah, like the export or something. But we don't document every seal. It's just some loads.
Some loads. Okay. And what is that? See, I'm just curious. Is that only completely based on customer, because you want to be able to show that to the customer, because obviously the deductions are higher with those customers, right? Is that the reason? Yeah.
It's customer requirement really driven more, or if we see. I'll give you an example with Rite Aid. They say that we don't apply our packing slips, the list on it, and they always claim that they never get it. So we document that.
Okay.
We take pictures of that. Yeah.
Okay.
When they come back, we show them, hey, well, it's right here. It's applied. We don't know why you're losing it. But we think they're just trying to make a quick, easy $500 on this.
Right.
That's really what's going on. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I mean, do you know if there is any type of the product is going through some kind of a cross dock facility or consolidation facility or anything like that?
Yeah. Most of the time they are. Yeah.
Okay. So we have heard stories from our existing customers. It's exactly, we have exact another customer. These guys are, based out of Atlanta here, and they're a third-party manufacturing company. They said the exact same thing. I actually have a video too. I'll forward it after the call. In that video, they said, hey, we have this customer and they claim they don't get packing slip. They don't get packing slip. And then once they send these photos and they realize, oh my God, there is this forklift that, there is one person, right, pulling this on the forklift and it's constantly getting torn away all the time. That's when they realized, oh my God, you guys have to do a better job so it doesn't get torn, so we get the packing slip. Somewhere else it was happening at the time of receiving for them. I'm just curious, if that's happening. See, I mean, we all, right, I mean, make assumptions and things like that. No, I'm just curious if that is the case.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know where it's getting lost, but I mean, we apply it, so.
Okay, so with that, you're able to push back on them and say, hey guys, we did our job right, it's not our fault.
Right, yeah, that's what we use the pictures for, yeah.
Okay. So what are the customers like that? Rite Aid is one, Walmart is another one. Who else that you folks are taking photos for?
Target, we got Target.
Okay.
I think some for like Kohl's, that they require us to label in a certain way.
Okay.
A certain label, special label placement. We document, we take some pictures of how it's being placed. Because sometimes they claim it's not, and then we get charged back. And
yeah.
But again, it's difficult to document, 4,000 boxes.
Yeah.
So we'll take some pictures here and there.
Yeah.
To help us out, try to. If they come back to us and say it's incorrect, we show them the pictures. But it happens randomly. For some customers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I don't know. I mean, sometimes we probably do make honest mistakes. But
Correct. Yeah.
We see that it's not us. Something happens sometimes in transit.
Correct.
Something got lost or mishandled, and now it's damaged, and now they say we shipped it out damaged.
Correct.
We go back and
Correct.
fight it with the pictures.
So, see, also, right? So has that improved in terms of, right, how your personnel, the people that work for, you guys, right? Are they doing a better job because, these things are documented now? Has that, have you guys seen any improvement on that front?
No, it seems about the same.
Yeah, it seems the same. Yeah.
It seems about the same. I don't think anyone. Yeah. I don't think anyone's maliciously,
Correct.
doing anything bad. But I know we always stress, the quality of the wrap or how we load and how we secure loads, but I can't honestly tell you that we've seen any improvement. And we do provide the feedback. We provide pictures to people so they can see, hey, you loaded this, look how it, and then it only went 10 miles down the street and look, it fell over. You're not securing loads, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. I mean, I wouldn't have a number to give you and say, yeah, it improved 20% since you've been using LoadProof. Nothing like that. That doesn't seem like it. Certainly for.
Okay, got it. No. So you guys are using that as a training opportunity. You are giving feedback to the users using those photos, right?
Yeah, we use. Well, most of those pictures come back sometimes from the carrier.
Okay.
The customer. Hey, look, we received this like in this condition, and we show them to people, and we go back, and if we have something in LoadProof, yeah, we would share it. But our pictures usually always look good because I mean that's what we're doing, right?
Correct. I mean, you wouldn't let the truck leave if they're not done properly, right? That's what all warehouse managers do. Yeah. Great. Omar, what is the next question you have?
No, I'd just like to ask if would you recommend LoadProof to your fellow colleagues in the warehouse industry?
Sure, yeah. If they're facing some similar problems with people making claims that we know we're not doing intentionally, yeah, it's obviously
right.
It's proof that you're not doing it. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Great. So see, I'm just I'm still curious, right? If you guys are seeing the value and you're able to push back on the fines that they impose, right? Why would you guys not use for all the other customers, right? I know it's extra volume, that makes sense, but wouldn't that overall improve everything, right?
Right. I think again it's just a constraint of time.
Got it.
And manpower, we probably have to dedicate 2-3 people to do this.
Okay.
Probably dedicate. So I mean, it might be worth it. You're right. It might be. If we can push back on hundreds of thousands of dollars possibly of charges.
Yeah.
See, people clearly, yeah.
Correct. See, I know. See, because Quinn, right? Quinn Farmer, he's the director of
Right.
supply chain for you guys. We gave, as part of the, see, one thing that we absolutely want to make sure is we don't want to sell you something that's not useful for you guys, right? And that's why we have this free trial process. And we gave Quinn and Spencer, they're the first ones to try. Spencer tried it, and they came back and told us in the first week, hey, we were able to push back on this chargeback because of these photos. And that's when, right, Quinn decided to turn it on in all the facilities, and you guys turned it on all the facilities, and got the tablets and everything. So I'm just curious, and you're seeing the value in those accounts or customers where they require the photos. I'm just curious, I think why would someone not? Because all our customers have done it, right? And 1.2 million square feet is a huge facility, and you probably have like what 300 400 people working in a shift, or is it like a automated, heavily automated facility and not that
No,
many
no,
people?
nothing's automated here. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have 300 400 people per shift, right?
Uh, at peak, yeah, collectively between the two shifts, but probably around the 400 mark. Yeah,
Okay,
500.
so that is quite a big operation, and right. I mean, when we are running such complicated operation, a lot of things, get out of control, and that's when it's useful to have a tool like this, because you can put, one significant feedback that we have gotten is that, hey, our users are doing a much better job because they realize that the photos are the condition of the product leaving the facility is being documented, right? That's been a consistent feedback. So I'm just curious, why you folks will not look at rolling it out for all the other customers as well, right? Something to think about. But I understand, I mean, you're constrained, I mean, the time and the number of people, and we are on the COVID, and there is everywhere labor shortage and so forth, right? So it looks like that's probably the reason.
Yeah, I know, and that's something that's been a conversation that we'll have here internally with us. I actually have a list here that I'm looking at of loads that we've had some charges here
Okay.
recently, and I mean that you bring up a good point. Why aren't we using that on every load? You're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, some of these charges, again, I think we would have to document every single stack that goes into a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have 40 a day, 30 times 30, it goes into thousands. I don't know if we could even 100%, proof that the load was absolutely perfect.
Got it. See, fair enough. See, we have customers. We have, we have many food distributors that ship literally, 44, 52 pallets per truck, right? Double stacked. It's all, food products, right? And they said, hey, it takes few minutes for me to take photo of the entire truck. It doesn't take very long. Like you mentioned, right? I mean, like Ernie mentioned, hey, we load the truck, maybe 25% load, 4 pallets, 8 pallets, and then I take photos, and then 50% I load the truck, and then take some more photos. Like that, they're able to document, every single truck. I think that's something that, I think, Omar, we should, also follow up with a call, see how we can make it easy and simple, for you guys to, so it's not that cumbersome, right? To take photos of every single load, leaving the facility. Something to, discuss, because we got many customers, not only they all, right? Exactly like you guys, they all start with one account and then one customer, and then they roll it out to all other customers. And also they start with one facility and then come back and roll it out to all the other facilities, right? So that's been a very consistent, trend. That's what we are seeing. So, we'll be happy to help, and we can even look at, anything that we can, make it easy for you. And there is also a lean version of LoadProof, even leaner version where you can, fly through it, right? This might have a couple of extra steps, but that's what makes it even more intuitive. But, there is even a leaner version of LoadProof that you can, reduce the number of clicks, right? So something to think about, Hector, right? To get on a call and with Omar and see if there is any opportunity to simplify the process, so you guys can take more photos of all the accounts, right? All the customers.
So this other leaner version, is that something that we already have access to?
Yes. Yeah. See, I would just look at, you can and I'll share multiple videos from existing customers. This gentleman was actually a warehouse operations manager, John DeLasso, based out of New York, right? New York, Connecticut, New Jersey area. They thought they were exactly like you guys. Hey, you know what? Now I got to do an extra step, and people started questioning that. Hey, do we really need to do it? And then once they started doing it, man, it doesn't take very long. It only takes few minutes. But you know what? That saves so much time and effort and money later. Once they come back with a problem, we just pull photos immediately and then show it. Every single minute that we spend upfront taking photos is worth it, right? So I would like to, especially right when Omar is available, I would like to just revisit the process, right? Take a look at the process again and see, how we can simplify it, and take a look at that, leaner version of LoadProof. I think it's just matter of process, and you guys, start doing only at the time of loading, right? That is enough too, right? You don't have to, do it at the time of staging, because that's the most important thing. When you want to, in a compelling manner, you want to show, hey, the product got on the truck, in very good condition, and you guys apply the load bars, if you're applying the air pillows, you're applying the, anything else to make sure, the loads don't shift, right? The pallets don't shift within the truck, right? So I would recommend just revisiting that process and make sure, it's simple, and you guys can execute it easily. So make it a SOP for all the shipments, all the customers, right? Loads for all the customers, right? Something to think about. Yeah. See, that's where these calls help, because we want to not only know what is working, and especially, right, what is not working, and how can we improve that and make it easy for you guys, right?
Something that we'll discuss internally here. Thank you.
Correct. Yeah, I think that's all I have. We are all ears. Anytime you guys have feedback, and even small things. Hey, can you make this better? Can you improve this? Can you improve that type of feedback that you guys have? We'll be happy to help, because sometimes often I've seen it many times. I've been to at least 200 warehouses, if not more, and I've worked with so many warehouse managers, and I know how hard you guys work, because I used to roll out, right, WMS systems for all these warehouses. And they work very hard, and they put so much care in making sure the product ships perfectly, right? So we empathize with you, and we'll help you, right? Sometimes small tweaks, small changes that we can do that will improve your life so much. We are open to doing that, right?
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Finally, I want to close. Anything else that you guys want to add, about LoadProof? Anything else? Any comments? Anything? Whatever it is. Yeah.
No. Thank you, for reaching out to us, and appreciate that. We'll certainly keep you in mind, for any feedback that.
Okay.
For sure.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for joining the call and sharing this feedback. That's very valuable, useful for us. Yeah. Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Oni.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.